you are exactly where you're supposed to be in life. You might like it, you might hate it, but the thing is that this is what you deserve. Now, it's a whole different story that you can change your life the way you'd like to be. But it all starts by asking yourself this one simple question. What are the key factors that decides what I deserve in life? Now, to be honest, there are many. The skill set that you have, the talent that you have, the work that you put in, the sacrifice that you made, the environment that you have, the parents that you had, the formal education that you have, what you convinced to yourself, the network that you built. There are many things, okay? Timing, luck, God's plan, whatever you would like to say, because everything plays a crucial role. But today, I would like to speak about one key factor. This might be controversial, but arguably, this is something that lays a foundation into making sure that you deserve something or not. And to explain this, it's simply the story that you tell to yourself. Now, a man who think he can and a man who think he cannot are both usually right. Because as a man think, so does he is, as beautifully written in the Bible, which states that if you explain yourself, if you try to convince yourself that it's possible, it is possible. If you try to convince yourself it is not possible, it's not possible. Of course. Okay. Now, if I sit here and convince myself that I am going to be a world champion cricketer one day, I'll be a world champion cricketer. What are the chances that I'll finally make it to the nationals? What are the chances? Maybe 1%, maybe lower than that, maybe 0.1%, maybe 0.001%. But at least there are some chances that I will make it happen. I will get there. But again, let me ask you, what are the chances if I say by the time I turn 20, I'll be a millionaire? What are the chances? Again, it might be 1%, it might be 0.1%, it might be 5%. Okay, who knows? It might be 5%. It might be something that is my destiny. But what are the chances, again, that I'm never going to be a millionaire? I know I'm never going to be a millionaire. I'm just born to have a job and have a okay family. What are the chances again? Zero. Even if the first case scenario, as I said, I'll be a millionaire by the time I'm 20. I'll turn 20. At least I'll be a millionaire once in my life. But with the second case scenario, there is no chance that I'll be a millionaire for the rest of my life. Because this is something that I convince myself. If I convince myself that I can go ahead and become a world champion boxer, there are some chances. If I put enough work, if I make enough sacrifices, if I go ahead and do the things, the actions, the things that are required for me to become a certain thing, on a certain position, on a certain level, of course I'm going to get there. But if I convince myself that it's not possible, why you think that I would even take any action? Why you even think? Now, to explain this, the other day I was watching a podcast from Luke Belmare, and he was saying that a rich person and a poor person are both self-made. It's just a matter of fact. Only a rich person accept that he is self-made, and the poor person trying to blame everything and everyone why he's poor. Okay, he will blame government, he will blame politics, he'll blame his family, he'll blame he didn't got enough education. Okay, he'll blame environment, he'll blame every literally possible thing as he can, and like he will give you 100 reasons why he's poor. And the successful person in any field of human endeavors, in a human realm, will only give you one reason why he's successful. And that one reason is that he believed in himself. Because think about it for a second. If he never believed in himself, he never believed in the risk he took, he never believed in anything that he did in life, he never believed in any action that it's going to work out, it's a best case scenario, how do you expect the person to win? How do you expect a person to win a 100-meter race if he never believes in him? You know, now the thing is that it all starts with the story that you tell to yourself, because what you tell to yourself is what gonna convince to your mind, to your subconscious mind, which gonna form thoughts, which gonna create your perspective towards the world, towards the things that you see from your perspective. It's gonna form belief system. Okay, what do you believe in, what do you believe in, what do you believe not. Okay, which gonna form the decision making ability, what do you decide. Okay, if you have a certain decision, if you have a certain perspective, and if you think a certain way, the chances are you will make decisions a certain way, and the decisions that you make is gonna finalized into the form of the actions that you take, and the actions that you take is going to determine what are the behavior that you have. If you keep repeating a certain thing, if you keep making jokes, of course your behavior will be funny. Okay, if you keep repeating a certain task, that is going to a gym, going to a gym, going to gym, of course your behavior will be a disciplined person, and whatever the behaviors that you have is going to form your habits. Because if you, because the reason that you are a disciplined person is that you will have different habits, you will have different habits. That's the reason why you're a disciplined person. And what are the habits that you have is going to form into the lifestyle that you're going to live. Okay, because a habit repeated over the period of time for a year, for 10 years, is what going to make the life that you live right now. Okay, the the life that you are living right now are the results of the decisions that you made in the last 5 years, and the life that you want to live in the next 5 years is going to be the results of the decision that you make today. If you decide, okay, it is what it is, I have the ability to go ahead and change my life, then you're definitely going to change your life, bro. But if you think I'm not good enough, who cares? You're not good enough, you're broke, you have no connections, you have 100 reasons to quit. Guess what? You have the same characteristics of a poor person. Who cares? I don't care about you. Nobody cares about you. Just remember the fact that nobody is coming to save you. Nobody has come to save me. Nobody has come to save anyone on the earth. So why you expect the world is gonna be so the wow say the world is gonna be so grateful for you to exist? That's the reason why they're gonna come and help you. But it's never gonna happen. Okay, I don't care that you're not good enough. It's your responsibility to make yourself good enough at a certain thing. It is my responsibility to make myself a good enough at a certain thing, because it's my responsibility that maybe I am born poor. Because when you are born, you look like your parents, but when you die, you look like your decisions. So what are the decisions that you're gonna make? It's gonna later influence the life that you're gonna live. Tell yourself a better story. I'm going to be a world champion cricketer. I believe from the bottom of my heart. And that's the reason why I drop out of college. I would like to make any sacrifice. I would like to put in a lot of work that's going to allow me to become a cricketer in the future. That's going to allow me to become a millionaire in the future. That's going to allow me to live a great life in the future. Because I definitely never would like to live the same life that I'm living right now. Okay? Now, better reprogram your mind. First, you can tell a fake story to yourself. You can fake bravery when you are most afraid, and it will not count as you are a person who is afraid of taking risks, but it will count as an bravery because you at least took the action. Now, what happens that you tell yourself, okay, I'm a rich person. Now, the actions that you take needs to be following the same path. Okay, you cannot go ahead and think, okay, I'm going to be rich one day. I'm not broke, I'm just rich. You cannot just think of that way. If your actions are same as a broke person, you cannot think that way. Okay, I'm going to be a world champion cricketer and go ahead and act like an average person on the earth. You cannot you cannot have you cannot get there, you cannot get somewhere anywhere in life with just thinking or with just telling yourself a better story. With story, the actions needs to be followed. With actions, the habits need to be formed. And over the period of time, it's just become inevitable for you to get there because you have programmed your mind to win. You have took the actions that increase the chances, increase the odds of you getting there. Okay. So it's kind of one of the most important thing that we often overlooked at and we not usually talk a lot about, but it has the ability to save the life that you're living or you would like to live. Okay, so it all started here. Have you ever saw Cristiano Ronaldo saying, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. And at the end of the story, he became the best. I personally respect him. Even though I'm a huge fan of Leo Messi, I respect Cristiano Ronaldo because he has the mentality. He told himself against all the odds, I'm the best. And I'm going to prove it time and time and time and time again. And he proved it. And he proved it. And he proved it again and again and again. That's the reason why we call him GOAT. You know? So, first, divide your mind to thinking it's possible. I am the one who gonna make it possible. I'm the one who who is who is born, who deserves to live a great life. Then take the action towards the decision you make, because you will inevitably have certain thing, have a certain belief, have a certain story to tell yourself 24/7. Why not to be intentional with what you say to yourself? Because when you are intentional, okay, this is something that I would like to say to myself. This is something that's my standards. This is something that who I am right now. Okay, if I tell myself it's okay to not record video, no. I convince myself I am not that kind of person who runs away from the responsibility, who look out for the comfort zone, who look out for the procrastination. I'm not a person. I have a higher standards. I have a higher perspective. I'm a different person. I believe in the person who have already made it. Because if I think that I am a millionaire, what he would be doing? What do you think he would be thinking? Okay, it's good. It's okay if I skip a day. No. He won't be thinking. He will be thinking, okay, how can I take actions quickly? How can I take more actions? And that way, you just change yourself. Okay? So be intentional with what you think, be intentional with what you do, because these two things are gonna play a crucial role in what you'll become. Believe without believing, no risk, no sort is worth taking, and work without work, you are simply another person. You simply do not deserve it. That's the final thing that I would like to say, or that I would like to talk about today. And yeah, I want to build a habit of asking a question by the end of the video. Maybe it's for my younger self, maybe it's for my older self, maybe it's for the people who are watching, maybe it's for you, for whomsoever it concerns. And for today, I haven't decided yet, but what it would be. Uh, Let me ask you a question. Now, it doesn't need to be answered, okay? It doesn't necessarily need to be answered, but the question is, if you are on your deathbed, what is the one thing that you will regret? No. Now, I didn't want to get it the wrong way. Now, the, the only regret you'll have, I actually don't want to take it the wrong way because I didn't ask you a better question. Next time I'll frame it better. The only regret you will have are the actions that you never took. So you'll be never regret about the worst decision you have made. You'll only regret about not making a decision, not taking an action. So go ahead and live a life and die regretless. I know. So yeah, that's for video. That's for today. Talk to you soon.